Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the watch list, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my Bio6's social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Right now, the put-to-call ratio is at 0.54. It's pretty low. Definitely want to see that everybody is still very bullish. VIX is getting very, very low. Too many people are on the call side. So we probably should see something. We got a lot going on this week. So we'll look at the economic calendar right now. Monday, which is the 20th. We got a lot of Fed speakers tomorrow. 8:45, 9 o'clock, 10:30, 2 o'clock. We got like all of them. Bostic, Waller, Barr, Jefferson, Mester. We got all of them. It's just wow. Then Tuesday, got a lot of Fed speakers again. 9:05, 9:10. Why are there so many Fed speakers? 11:45. Wow, they really want to talk up the market. I don't think I've seen this many Fed speakers like back to back. They must be trying to save the market and trying to build consumer confidence or investor confidence or something. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. One thing to keep an eye on, 1 o'clock on Tuesday, we get Bank of England. They're speaking. I don't know if that will have an effect on us or not. I'm not quite sure. I don't really remember. The market's been very picky about what it reacts to. Wednesday, nothing pre-market. We have FOMC at 2 o'clock. It's just the minutes, no Powell. So we could actually see something happen that day. I really prefer the ones with no Powell. This SPX implied volatility is very, very low. You can get at the money or in the money puts and calls very, very cheap for like $5 or even less sometimes. And all it needs to do is move just a little bit, 50 cents or a dollar. SPY moves 50 cents or a dollar. Those options are going to go 100%, 200% in the flash. So definitely like seeing that. So Wednesday, just FOMC. Thursday, we have unemployment claims at 8:30. PMI, flash PMI at 9:45. More Fed speaker, just one that day. Then Friday, another Fed speaker and consumer sentiment, which will probably get revised. I never trust the numbers on that. So we get a lot going on this week. I'm not sure if the Iran president has been confirmed dead or not. It's just right now. Last I looked, we suspected that he was. One of the things I worry about, I said in the room, was that I'm worried that something could happen. This could trigger something. And right when I'm seeing that, I see something on breaking news that says Iran Supreme Leader said that if we found a single evidence that Israel is involved in the helicopter crash of the president of Iran, we will respond beyond imagination of Israel and its allies. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that his helicopter crash, even though someone said in the room that it was done by weather, what the media tells us and what the truth is going to be two different things. If they spin this and find out the CIA is behind it or Israel's behind it or something, you have a conflict going on with Iran and Israel, and all of a sudden the Iran president's dead in the helicopter crash. I mean, that to me, tensions are already really, really high. It could trigger something really massive. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Right now, the market is futures is up, I believe, a little bit, not too much. Let me double check. Futures is up $8. So yeah, the market doesn't seem to care right now, but I'm just afraid that they're gonna end up. Iran could be just gun-ho. Upset and pissed off and use this as a reason to go after Israel. I mean, who knows? Iran could have done it themselves. I mean, this could be a false flag. I mean, who's to even say he's even dead? He could have faked this on. I know I'm spinning all kinds of conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but I'm worried that they're going to spin this and they're going to say the U.S. CIA got involved or or Israel got involved, or someone else got involved, and it's going to make give Iran an excuse to stop flying nukes or start going crazy with retaliation. So that's what I'm afraid of, that this could trigger something. And right now, it's too early, not seeing too much except threats. But anything could happen in the next couple of days. So we could, if something does end up transpiring from this, we could see the market gap down $10-15, and we could end up seeing a $10-15 red day after it. So VIX is very, very low, $12. VIX should not be under $12 right now. Last time it was under $12, it was back over here right before I think the massive run up we have going on right now. No, what is this? What year is this? Yeah, this is 2024. Yeah, back here, mid-November. Mid-December is the last time we were underneath 12. Then it quickly popped up eventually. And if you go out, not 3, I think I went out 3 years. And the last time, actually, I can't go out. I think I should, whoops, I'm just screwing up, sorry. I had to go out on the weekly. 3 years on the weekly. 5 years, we'll go 5 years. Yeah, back here. This was December. We came close right here under 13. Lows were like 1260-ish. So we were well above that. So we've only gone underneath 12, like right down here, one other time. And back here before COVID is the last time we actually went under 12 and went to what the low was 1142, as you can see right here. So then COVID happened. So I can't imagine us VIX getting any lower than what it is. I mean, it's pretty low right now. I think something's going to end up happening. What it will be, I don't know. So something's going to end up happening in the next couple weeks, or the next week or so. What it will be, like I said, I have no clue. So with that said, we already covered VIX. So SPY, obviously we'll go look at SPY. What was that? November? Not November. Let me get back to the December. Oh, that was October. So December 24th, which was right here. Yeah, right in here. Well, anyways, let's see. Well, SPY, I mean, it's flagging right here on the hourly. I mean, SPY could keep going, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine VIX getting much lower. But what VIX can do is what VIX has been doing the last, well, we haven't seen it in a while, but last year we were seeing VIX. It would run with SPY. Or SPY would pull back just a little bit. SPY would pull back like 50 cents or something mid intraday, and VIX would pop pretty big on that pullback. And what would happen was that would give VIX more room to drop and more room for SPY to run. SPY would barely pull back and VIX would pop violently, and then SPY would end up making new high a day, and VIX would end up drifting down, and it would take more time for it to get down. Basically just giving SPY more room to run. We could definitely see that again. We've seen it in the past. So I mean, VIX could pop a little bit and SPY could break out and go to 535, 540. But with so much going on in the world, I don't know. I mean, we get a bearish divergence going on the weekly. We get the RSI making lower highs and the price making higher highs. So we got a big substantial bearish divergence going on in the weekly, and I prefer to look at downside. To me, I do not like taking calls when VIX is this low. I just prefer not to. So I'm just pointing out the flag, and I'm pointing out that we've seen in the past when VIX will pop a little bit, so SPY could run more. We could definitely see that, and SPY could easily grind up to 540 before it actually decides to end up turning around. So, but with that said, with all the things that are going on in the world, I'll be watching it for the short underneath we'll say 527 for a push down to this gap of 525. So some gap fills at below 525. It's got a little bit of a gap fill right here at 513. Got a big one here at 507. And we got bigger ones down here. I have to go way back out on the daily. That filled that gap right there. But there's some that are really far down, like the 400s, low 400s. I think 425 or something like that, if I remember correctly. But anyways, SPY, I'm only looking at the short side. I mean, you can look at the call side. I prefer not to, unless we have a major pullback. If we have a major dip in the market in the middle intraday, then I'll start looking at calls, because SPY loves to V rally, and every time you get a dip in the market, it V rallies. That's not going to really show. I mean, yeah, right here it dipped and it V rallied. Dipped and it took off. Right here it dipped and it took off. I mean, this is what it's been doing. It dipped and it took off. It sold off. So yeah, it gapped down. It came back up. I mean, this is what's been happening with SPY. It just dips and it takes off. So I will be looking at intraday calls if we get a dip in the market. That's the only way I will take calls right now, the VIX being low. So Microsoft, I know I'm rambling a lot. I'm just trying to point out a lot of things, keep you with an open mind. I get a weekly resistance right here at the 529, 530 area. That's rejecting the RCT trend line right here on the daily pullback. So I would watch for puts underneath 418, for push down to 415, 410, 405, 400. It's got a gap fill down here at 400, and 390 seems to be the bottom. Well, 400, 390 seems to be the bottom in that area. So, but you know, if the market does manage to get some strength, you can watch for calls over 425, and if it gets to 430, well, it could reject, but you know, it could take off. I mean, if AI gets hot again, we could go to 440, 450. Microsoft, I mean, never count them out. I mean, every time you think that the top's in, they manage to grind more and more and more. So just gotta keep an open mind. Meta, it gap down from earnings, pretty much filled the gap almost to the penny, I think, and now it's pulling back. So I'd watch for it. I'd be watching it for both sides. One, I'd be watching if it puts underneath 465 for push to 450, 440, 430. But if the market gets strong, I'd watch for calls over 480 for push to 490, 500, 510, 520, 530. I just don't imagine it going too far up to 500 something. But never say never, because every time you say never, something ends up happening. So Tesla did manage to, it's managing to find support with the 20 EMA on the daily, so it's bouncing. So I'd watch it over 180. It's over 180 for push to 190, 200. So definitely would watch Tesla for a bounce on that. So Tesla could definitely provide a nice opportunity right there. NVDA, triple top right here on the weekly, right at this 950-ish area. It rejected, well, it went to 974, 960, but right around in the consensus is right around this 960 area. It's rejecting. I rejected harsh, pull back. So I tapped it 3 times. I mean, we get an inverted head and shoulders right here on the weekly, and you get the left, the head, and the right shoulder right here. I mean, it gets over this 960. We could see 1,000 or even 1,100 on that. So NVIDIA, when it starts getting steam, it can end up going really fast. So don't count it out yet. I mean, it looks like it's topping, but it's touched it 3 times. It's triple top. I mean, if you want to look at puts underneath 900. It gets underneath 900, then maybe we'll see 850, 880, 850, 800, even 750-ish. We could definitely see that. But and NVIDIA, every time you think NVIDIA is done, it just ends up finding a new leg and just ends up going more. So Netflix is the last one. Netflix, I mean, it had a pullback down to the 550 area, and it's clawing its way back up to the 620-ish, 625. So I'd watch it over 625 for push to the 640-ish. And if it gets over the 640, watch for 650. And if it does manage to take off from that, you probably see 700 on Netflix. So definitely keep an eye on that. A lot of things could happen this week. We got a lot of potential black swan events happening that could possibly happen this week. So just keep a close eye. Take it day by day. Don't go in too heavy on anything, because if I hate to see you go too heavy on calls and nothing happens and the market rips, or you grab puts thinking something's going to happen and the market rips. So just take it day by day. That's why I day trade. I don't like holding swings, especially when all kinds of crazy things are happening every day. So with that said, that's going to do it for the watch list, and thanks for watching.